Okay, in this video we will revise a little bit on arc length and area of sector. Okay, remember this arc length and area of sector, it comes from a circle. Okay, so let's say you have a circle, alright, then you cut out a piece of cake. This is what we call a sector lah. Okay, then this is the minor sector, this is the major sector. Okay, and this part here is called the arc length. Of course, this is what we call, the small one we call minor, a minor arc length or minor arc. Then this one we call the major arc. Okay, and when you look at your exam paper, right, the second page, the formula sheet, right, there is this arc length formula. R is the radius of the circle, and theta is this angle in radians. Must be in radians. If not, you cannot use this. Okay, so if it's not in radians, you can do the conversion using this relationship between pi and 100 and degrees. Okay, then if you want to find the area of this sector, right, it's half r squared theta. What is r? Is the radius. Theta is this angle here. Okay, and your calculator mode now, when you use this tool, it must be in radians mode. Radian mode. Okay, then this is what I just mentioned to you. Take note, if the radius is 5, then is r theta is 5 theta lot. Let's say you know this 1.2, then you times 1.2 and then get the answer. Okay, all these are in cm or whatever meter or whatever they give you. Then you must know that 2 pi is 360 degrees, right? Pi is 180 so 2 pi is 360, so 2 pi, which is 360 minus this, must be this angle, right? Then you can find the answer already. Okay, yeah, so that's how you find the minor arc, major arc. They will tell you, minor arc AB or major arc AB. If it comes out okay, so the next thing you need to know is what is a chord. A chord is a line joining two points on the circumference of the circle. So the radius also is a chord, and because this is a smaller one, so we call it minor segment. So a chord will cut a circle into minor segment and major segment. Okay, so how do I find the area of this segment? They will say find area of the shaded part, or they will say find area of the segment. Let's say this is C. They will say ACB, segment ACB. Then you go and find. Okay, how to find? You take the sector, which is half r squared theta, minus the triangle, which is half AB sine C. And when you apply all these, your calculator mode must be in radians. Otherwise, your answers will be all wrong. Okay, so I've given you an example here. You can work it out. And if I ask you to find the perimeter, perimeter means the whole thing surrounding the shape. Okay, the lengths of all the corners here, the sides. Okay, so this is included. So it's 5 plus 5 plus r theta, like that. Okay, and how do we convert, let's say 30 to this? You first of all, you don't care what they give you. You write this down first. Then you can find 1 unit of this, and then you can find this. Or if they give it to you in this, if they say convert 1.2 radians to degrees, then what do? Don't care about all this. You write down what you know first. You write down. Then you want 1.2, right? You find 1 unit first. Find 1 unit first. You must do things systematically. Many of you don't do things systematically. That's why you find life so difficult. Okay, so you take 180 over pi, then you times 1.2, and then you can get the answer in terms of degrees. This is radians. No need to write the unit now. Okay, so that's basically what you need to know about radians. Okay, now let us do one example. Where did the example go to? Okay, the example disappeared. Okay, never mind. We will take a break from the arc length and area of sector. Okay, now You learned this, I revised this a few days ago. You learned this in Sec 3. Okay, in fact in Sec 2 you learned something like that. Okay, how do you solve this? Now to solve this, as I mentioned in the previous video, right, you need to make this, combine this into a single fraction. This must be a single fraction. Then you cross multiply. Then you can solve once you get ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so all the steps are labeled here. You can have a look. Now, firstly, in order to combine these two into a single fraction, you must make sure you factorize this first. And I've shown you using a calculator how to do it. Now, can you see that this is 3x minus 2, whereas this is 2 minus 3x, so they are not the same, right? In order to make them the same, you change the sign of this, and they will be the same already, 3x minus 2. Now, once you have changed the sign of this, you multiply by, must put bracket by x minus 1, and then you will end up with this. Okay, then you expand, you cross multiply, this, expand, all make the right hand side equal 0, you will end up with this. Then you press calculator, use a quadratic formula, then you can get two answers. Okay, so that's how you do this particular question. Okay, so that was a break from okay, some of you were asking me this question. This was the video, this was the PowerPoint I sent you some time ago. Okay, if you don't have this, you WhatsApp me, I'll send you again. Alright, now quadratic formula, do you remember? Okay, quadratic formula, you need to know how to show what they want you to show or write down as some expression. Okay, so if they ask you to show this, then you show this. If you don't know how to show, right, never mind, just move on to the next part and do this one. Okay, alright, then the graph, you can take a look at all this. Okay, then number pattern. Okay, now this is the one that I want to go through. It's the focus of this particular video. So I mentioned here that this is a boomerang. Okay, now this boomerang is cut out from this shape. This shape, QTP, you read, also it's a QTP. Now they are talking about this shape here. So you see, this one here. Can you see that this is a semicircle, and they say that the center is O and the diameter is 50. So if this is 50, right, this must be can write. Okay, so if they say that this is 50, diameter is 50, this must be 25, this must be 25. Okay, they must be the same, right? Because this must be the radius. Am I correct? And now they say PQRS is a sector. PQRS is a sector with center P, and the length of arc QRS is 20. So QRS, this whole thing, the arc length, which is, is r theta, right? R theta is 20 pi. Okay, we'll settle this later. Now, or maybe we settle now. What is this R? This R must be the center of this radius, right? This must be 50. If this is 50, this must be 50, right? That means 50 theta is 20 pi, which means my theta must be this divided by 50, so it's 2 over 5 pi. So we have found theta already. Theta is this theta, 2 over 5 pi. Okay, now SPU, you see, they tell me all these things, right? I don't just read and say, okay, so what? No big deal. No, I cannot say no big deal. It's a very big deal. You see, all these things that I label here is based on whatever they have told me. So now they tell me another thing. SPU is a sector of another circle with center S. That means this SPU, this is the center, and this is the cake that is cut out from here. This is the center, and the cake originally was here. Okay, this is the center of this sector, and the cake was originally here. So there are a few sectors in this diagram. Okay, now if this is 50 here, then this is a sector. Don't you agree that this is 50 also? Alright, and this is 2 over 5 pi right here. But don't you agree this is this is an isosceles triangle because this is same as this, right? So this angle must be the same as this angle. So you take not 180, not 360 minus this, but 180 degrees is what? Pi, right? So you take pi minus 2 over 5 pi, then this whole thing you go and divide by 2. That will give you this angle and this angle. Why is it important to know this angle? Because this is like your theta for this sector. This is like your theta for this whole sector. Do you follow? Whereas this is the theta for this whole sector. Okay? Is this a sector? More or less, but it's a semicircle. You can just take half of a circle. Okay? Now, how do you find QU then? QU is here. Am I able to find this whole length? Of course I can. Using my monster. Can you see the monster is here, the tongue is here, the arm is here. These are the two arms. Then this is the victim. So once I found the victim, I minus 50, I get the QU. Alright? So that's the whole idea. So this is the steps. See? What do you call this? The monster minus the 50. They get the answer. Then this was what I mentioned to you just now. All mentioned already. Okay? Okay, how do you find the perimeter? Perimeter, right? This part here. Semicircle, right? Semicircle. So half. Semicircle is 2. I mean, a circle is 2 pi r, right? R is 25, there 25. Just now we mentioned already, And then because you only want semicircle, so it's half, so this part done already, This part QU just now we found. Yeah, found already. This one found already, Okay. Then how do you find this particular part? This one, isn't it? I mean here. Isn't this the arc of this sector? And just now we already found this angle. It's 3 pi over 10. So it's R, the R theta. Correct? R theta. Then QU just now we found already. That's all. Very easy, Okay. Now, if I want you to find the cross section of the boomerang. This question, we are revising everything, Isn't this whole circle half of a circle? So it's half pi r square. And what is this? This one is this part here. Wait, half here. Okay, so this is this one. Okay, this is your half. A is here. B is just now the QU. Remember the previous part? This is your QU. Half AB sine C. But then now you see, I take this minus this. Oh, then I know this really cannot, right? That's why I need to find this whole thing. This whole thing is the segment. Area of segment. Do you remember what is a segment? A segment is this one, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, very important, okay? Surely, okay? Surely, Okay, so I take, what is this? Half r square theta, right? Half r square theta. This one just now we found is 3 pi over 10 already. Half r square theta. Isn't this this shape here? The sector. Okay. Minus half AB sine C. The triangle lah. Okay. This is your 50, 50, and then your sine C is this fella here. Okay, so you go and take a look at it. We have revised this already. Okay, this one not that. Okay. Now, for your examination, the last question, normally is the last question, will be a real world context question. It can be on any topic you have learned in your 3 years of secondary school, okay, including primary school. Okay, then they'll give you a lot of things. Okay, then they'll give you this, maybe something like that. Then you just need to know how to make use of the information there. Okay, can you study for these kind of questions? Not really. Okay, because they can test you a lot, different types. So I would rather you study things that are confirmed coming out, like this kind of things. Number pattern, can they test you on number pattern? Of course, they can test you on number pattern, but how to study number pattern? You can't really study. I can just show you a few tips here and there. Graph. Okay, graph. You need to know graph. This what you call that? Quadratic formula. You know every exam come out. Okay. Trigo. You know every exam come out. Okay. So you study those like algebra, the confirm come out one. Okay. Alright. Thank you.